It often happens without our realizing it. We've become enmired in an unhealthy relationship. Just coming to this realization is already very difficult. However, it becomes even more complicated when you begin to try to break free from it in order to regain happiness in your life. In many cases, though, it's definitely worth going forward with the breakup to prevent even worse problems. In today's video, you'll learn about the problems you can face if you fail to consistently draw a line and remain stuck in an unhealthy relationship for too long. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. Your stress level rises. Certainly, you know the stress that arises when you are in an unhealthy relationship. Too many arguments, fights, and other problems eat away at your nerves and give you sleepless nights. That alone would be enough to make you feel really bad. However, it can get even worse. Among other things, too much stress makes you unable to concentrate, which reduces your level of functioning. Both your professional and private life will suffer negative consequences. In addition, an increased stress level favors the development of mental illnesses, such as depression. These can arise when you fail to cope with your stressful situation, and as a result, you become permanently exhausted. Over time, you feel constantly drained, tired, and powerless. In the worst case, it gets to the point where you can no longer manage your daily life on your own and may even have to rely on professional help. This in turn leads to more stress and exhaustion. A true vicious cycle develops. Number 2. Illnesses occur more frequently. Excessive stress from an unhealthy relationship weakens your immune system. This is due to the fact that stress causes your body to release too many stress hormones, and thus the cortisol level in your blood increases. In the short term, this is not a problem. However, over the long term, this causes the number of your antibodies to decrease. Then, bacteria and viruses have an easier time entering your body and causing illness. But stress in a relationship can also attack your heart, because your body feels like it's always on alert due to the stressful circumstances. Your pulse quickens, your blood vessels become more constricted, and your heart requires more oxygen. In addition, a change in your blood composition may cause your vessels to shrink even further. This in turn leads to increased blood pressure and an increased risk of serious consequences, such as heart attacks and strokes. Another disease that can develop as a result of an unhealthy relationship is diabetes. This disease occurs when the pancreas is exhausted and thus loses the ability to produce sufficient amounts of insulin. This occurs when the constant stress in the relationship increases the level of cortisol. This hormone reduces the effect of insulin and also increases the production of glucose in the body. To counteract these two mechanisms, the pancreas cranks up its insulin production. In the long run, however, it cannot sustain this. The organ becomes exhausted and diabetes manifests itself. Number 3. Your risk of addiction increases. Toxic relationships are often accompanied by a loss of control. Often out of jealousy and emotional manipulation, addiction develops as your partner confronts you with a distorted reality that doesn't match yours at all. In such circumstances, you will try to regain control. Mistakenly, many people then turn to substances to achieve this. They believe that this will make them more relaxed and help them get a grip on the difficult situation. But this usually does not happen. Rather, the exact opposite occurs. The loss of control over their circumstances increases more and new problems arise. Faster than you might realize, you end up in a substance addiction that will cause extreme damage to your body and soul. Number 4, you risk emotional trauma. Unhealthy relationships can downright traumatize you. This doesn't even have to be from a big, very hurtful event. Even many small yet stressful moments are enough for emotional distance to build up and emotional trauma to develop. What is especially bad is a constant fear that arises from the aggressive or violent behavior of your partner. It can leave deep scars in your soul and consequently lead to profound disorders. The longer you linger in a stressful relationship and fail to separate, the worse the trauma can become. Insults and psychological or physical stress can become more intense and intimidate you even more. You will find it harder and harder to cope with such circumstances on your own. Number 5, other relationships in your life suffer. If you have constant problems in your partnership, it usually affects other relationships, such as those with your family or friends. Long-lasting arguments and abuse never affect just the two of you. Those around you always suffer as well, since they have to watch helplessly. This becomes especially clear when children are involved. Inability to protect children can lead to even greater stress. As a result, you will often feel tired and powerless. Then you'll lack the motivation to meet with other people and do the kinds of things which maintain friendships. Moreover, you may lose your general faith in humanity due to the serious conflicts with your partner. You will find it difficult to trust other people and build an emotional, long-lasting bond with anyone. Number 6, your self-confidence drops. It's bad enough that your toxic partnership is having a negative impact on your relationships with those around you, but in addition to that, it will also change the way you view yourself as a person. If you are constantly fighting or having to go through stressful experiences, you will feel bad. The fact that everyone else seems to be so much happier in their relationships makes you feel all the sadder. Additionally, your self-esteem can be extremely burdened by unnecessary criticism and mean accusations. For example, if your partner constantly tells you that you're not worth anything, you'll soon internalize that thought, and it will become ingrained in your mind. You start to actually believe it yourself. If you then fail to separate yourself, your self-esteem will continue to plummet, with major negative consequences for your mental health. Today's conclusion: if you find yourself in an unhealthy relationship, it is definitely recommended to take a close look at it. Would professional help allow you to save your partnership? Is there an option to make amends? However, if this is not the case, and you are already noticing serious negative effects as a result of your toxic relationship, should a separation be considered? This is the only way to contain or prevent the negative effects just mentioned. In all of this, don't think that you are alone. If in doubt, always turn to a psychotherapist or doctor you trust who can help guide you out of your difficult situation. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.